Welcome to this tutorial on how to make materials. As you can see, there are plenty of materials provided when you have installed the SDK for VR chat. However, you will want more than just these. It's not that hard to make them. Just go to your assets folder and select create folder and make a folder which you will appropriately name textures. But this doesn't mean that we actually have any textures yet. The simplest way to do it is just to right click and select Show in Explorer. This will bring you to your assets folder where you can simply open the textures. Any image you put in here will become a texture that you can apply to materials. I made a small pre-selection in tutorial stuff. Here we go, textures. As you can see, these are just image files, PNGs. As soon as you, well, I might as well show you guys. Let's just select all of them. Cut into my textures, paste. Now these just are image files. As soon as I select them here, they will get loaded in. And if I now go to my textures file, here they are. However, if you now go to your Explorer again, into the textures, you will see that every image also got a meta file. This basically is so that Unity knows that it's a texture. Now, how to create materials from them, because as they're just images. The easiest way, and the way I usually do it, is just spawn in a 3D object. And after having spawned it in, you just drag the texture that you want. I'll take the ball texture and drag it on. As you can see, it simply pastes the texture that you made on it. It will also create a materials folder where it has like the spherical representation of your texture. This indicates that it's a material, because if you now go to all materials, as you can see, it's also in the list. Now we'll want to texture our beach. So in order to do so, we go to textures. I selected water. This also is kinda shoddy, so let's make it 4 white. There we go. Our spawn is now 4 white, and we actually have a sea or an ocean even. Some sand. Let's add a beach ball. Balls are still round for as far as I know. And let's make it a Pokeball. As you can see, the texture is a bit stretched, but you can keep that in mind when actually creating the texture. Next up, the umbrellas. There we go. For the chairs, I'll take simple gray chairs. And just like that, our beach is already way more interesting. Now I almost want to end the video, but then I remembered this gray surface with the blank air isn't that interesting. So let's create a skybox. In order to do so, I usually create a new material. However, this isn't just any material that you're going to use. Let's go to textures, sky. You will want to go to your shader for the texture that you added on the cube and change it to skybox. Panoramic usually does the trick. Then you can delete it, as the sky will be added to your materials. Next up, you can simply drag it on, and there you go. Don't mind the harsh line, I didn't take an optimized image, but there is plenty of like other images that you can use. Usually if you take a panoramic image, it will work better than this, but it's the idea that counts, right? Like, as long as we're looking that way, everything is fine. Anyway guys, I hope this tutorial was useful. Thanks for watching, and see ya in the next one.